guys, welcome to my channel. This is Pashvika. Welcome to my art and clay channel. Now in today's video I'm going to be talking about how do I actually seal my clay sculptures, my clay miniatures, and all those pottery items that I made from the earthenware clays, from the stoneware clays. How do I actually seal them? And I'm gonna be showing you one of the secret ingredient that I created that is completely natural, derived from the plant itself. I'm not gonna using any chemical, and that's completely plant derived. So I'm gonna be showing you how to actually seal it. Now this is my way of sealing it. Obviously there are so many different ways in which you can seal, in which you can make, in which you can finally prepare and finish up your clay pieces, your sculptures, your pottery pieces. It depends on whatever you're doing with that, and depending on your end result as well. So this is my way of doing it. Hopefully you find this video useful. Let me dive in. Before go park, consider clicking the like button, guys. I do really appreciate that. If you want more such video, consider subscribing, because I upload weekly videos. Whenever I do so, you'll be get notified about it. And also guys, recently I have purchased some of the more clay tools, so I'm gonna be unboxing them when I gonna receive my order in the future upcoming videos. So I'm gonna be unboxing that particular clay, because clay tools that I actually purchased recently, and also I purchased few of the more clays for working on that. So I'm going to be also talking about those clays, and also going to unboxing in the future upcoming videos. So if you are really interested in knowing about the clay tools which I have purchased, what are the professional tools, how to use them, and all those things, consider subscribing, guys, because I'm gonna be uploading that video soon. Once I receive my order, I'm gonna make a video about unboxing the professional clay tools, and also which of the clays that I purchased recently, and I'm gonna be also unboxing them, talking more about the clay. So consider subscribing if you want that video. Let's dive in with today's video. I'm gonna be showing you how to do that, and this is really simple for me, but it takes a lot of the time and effort from my side, because I did a lot of the research on finding the right kind of product or material that from which I can actually seal my clay, because I was seeing a lot of the different stuffs in the market that was chemical based, and I really want some kind of like eco-friendly that is not harming the environment, and also derived from the plant, because I am a vegetarian. So I do want the products that are derived from the plant, not from the animal. So I was looking forward to that, and I was researching a lot what kind of products that I get from the plant which can help me seal my clay. So I came across one amazing product. Maybe you have heard about that particular material in the past, because many people do talk about that. They talk about making the colors from that and a lot of the stuffs, and it's a huge use in the art and clay industry. Let me know your own experience in the comment section below regarding sealing and making your final piece of pottery or clay sculptures. Let me know how you do it in the comment section below. But let's dive in with today's video, guys. Guys, this is that material that I made, and this is completely derived from the plant. I made the solution of it, and I used the solution to actually finish my pieces, to actually seal them, to actually glaze them. Now there are so many chemicals that are available in the market for glazing your pottery, your clay sculptures, but I preferably choose to use this one, because that's my preference for now. And hopefully if I get more amazing plant-based products that are will going to help me more, then I'm gonna be getting them one more. But I don't want the chemicals, so that's why I use the solution. And these are some of the clay pieces that I made in my vlogs. I'm gonna leave some of my vlogs link in the card section above. Make sure you check it out if you want to know how I made these ones. These ones I've made recently, that this one from the gray clay, and this one I made in the past, and all those. Showing you how to glaze one. I'm gonna be using one brush. This is the wooden brush and the natural hair brushes, and this is the chemical. So I'm just gonna be, now this is a solution that I made, so I'm just gonna be it a bit, because I haven't shaked it in a bit. So I'm gonna be shaking it, and then I'm gonna be opening it up. So here we are. I have opened it up. I'm gonna keep it over here and dip my brush into that, and I'm gonna be applying the layers over here. Now the first of all, I'm applying on the terracotta one. Now before actually firing my pieces, I apply this particular solution to my pieces, and it actually seals them, and also it gives a kind of like a glazing, a shiny effect on my pieces. And obviously if you want to color your pieces, then you might have to go with the colorful glazes, but I think I don't want to color my pieces. I want to keep the clay color, I want to keep the colors of my pieces the same as the clay color. So that's my preference, guys. I'm just gonna be applying quickly the first coat, and then I'm gonna be allowing my first coat to dry. and then I'm going to be applying the 2 or 3 coats. So I try to apply the multiple coats of this particular liquid on my pieces because it actually seals them properly, and it make them kind of like a water resistance, not waterproof. Then I can fire my pieces to make it more waterproof. So this is the thing that I do. I try to buy some of the glazes that were available in the market, and then I realized no, these were entirely the chemicals and I don't want that. So that's why I then purchased this one. So I applied this particular coat on this particular clay piece. I have applied it the first coat, and then I'm going to allow it to dry, and then I'm going to be applying the second coat, third coat, and so on. I try to apply 2 to 3 coats onto one clay pieces to finalize them using with this particular liquid. And I have just applied it on this particular sculpture, so I'm going to allow it to dry, and then I'm going to be applying the second layer and third layer, and then it would be ready for firing. So this is my process of sealing and doing that. Talk about what exactly this liquid is. Let me talk about that. This liquid is the gum arabic, or you could call this as the gum arabic liquid. So this is a gum arabic liquid. What I did, I actually take a lot of the gum arabic. Now it's completely extracted from the plant, so I took that one and I just actually dip into the water, and I soak that gum arabic into the water, and then I just actually use the sieve to get all the particles out from the liquid, and I get that pure liquid from the gum arabic. I didn't add much of the water. I just add a little amount of the water for which to actually soak the gum arabic, and then I prepared this particular liquid. And this liquid is works pretty fine for my pieces. I use 2 to 3 coats of this particular liquid, and then I fire my pieces. It works pretty fine. I don't need to buy that chemical glaze available in the market. I preferably use this one. This is a gum arabic. Now gum arabic is not really a cheap alternative. It can be expensive for some of you guys because gum arabic is too expensive. People do use to make the watercolors at home. Handmade watercolors are made from the gum arabic most of the cases. It's not cheap, it's expensive, but I think that it's an amazing alternative for chemicals, and I preferably use that because it's derived from the plants. So that's my recipe of the glaze. Now it varies how I use it. Now I'm going to be applying the first coat on this particular piece as well. So that guys, you can see how I'm applying it. I'm applying onto every portion of the clay, every portion of the sculpture pieces. I'm not leaving anything like that only. I'm applying on the all sides, even on the downside as well, because I want to make it water resistance. And then it will be kind of like a water resistance after applying 2 to 3 coats, and then you can actually fire them once it's completely dried. So that's what I do, and it preferably works fine for me. Do let me know what kind of glaze recipe worked for your own places. Let me know in the comment section below, because I'm still looking forward. If there is more other amazing alternative, then I'm still looking forward, because it's not a cheap alternative. It can be really expensive for this doing with particular gum arabic, because gum arabic is not that cheap. It's kind of like an expensive if you're getting gum arabic powder and all those things that are available in the market. It can be expensive. So I'm just gonna apply the first coat on this particular piece. I applied on the terracotta clay. Let me apply on the stoneware clay. This is a gray stoneware clay, so let me apply this piece over it, this particular liquid over it, and let me show you. So I'm just going to be applying this one. You guys can clearly see this one. I applied this particular liquid on this particular clay piece, and this one I didn't apply. So you can clearly see it develops a kind of like a shining. You could see it's shining, and this one is looking dull. And I just applied the single coat. Once it's dried, I'm going to apply the 2 coats more, and it will be finished. So you could see this one is looking pretty shiny. Okay, it's giving kind of like a shiny appearance, and this one is kind of like a dull. If you compare both these, then you can easily actually make it out. It's a shiny, it's dull. So that is the difference between them, and then I can actually fire them once it's completely dried. So that's how I do it. You can clearly see the pieces that I have actually used with this particular liquid. I applied this particular liquid on all these pieces, and you could see how shiny they are looking after applying this particular liquid. It's made from the gum arabic acacia. It's made from the gum arabic. I think it's called as acacia. I'm not sure about it, but you could see that it's become shiny. And I just applied the forced coat. I'm gonna allow it to dry for 24 hours or maybe 12 hours, depending on the drying time, depending on the weather, because it's winter, so obviously it's going to take more time to dry. It's summer, it's a different story. So I'm going to allow it to dry. Then we're going to dry naturally. I'm not going to keep it under sun, or not either. I'm not going to be using a blow dryer to actually dry them. So I'm going to leave it like that only. And then I'm going to be applying 2 or 3 coats to finish up the pieces, and then I'm going to fire them. So this is my process of sealing and glazing my pieces. Hopefully this video is helpful to you. Let me know in the comment section below what are the different ways in which you glaze or make your pieces ready for firing, or make your pottery pieces ready. Let me know your own glazing recipe, your own sealing recipe in the comment section below. I would really love to hear from you. But this is my process of actual this particular liquid made from the gum arabic, and I really enjoy this process, and I really enjoy every part of the process of making the pottery and clay pieces. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Hopefully this video will going to help you, letting you know what are the different ways in which you can actually glaze it. Some are the natural, some are the chemicals. Thank you so much for tuning in today's video, guys. See you for the next time. Take care. Bye, guys.